Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel. And today is Saturday Happenings for October the 1st, 2022. And I want to start off by saying, yes, I know I missed 2 Saturdays, but we were so crazy busy that by the time I got around to doing it, it was way too late. And then I realized that I was in the middle of another video or something like that. So here I am, sorry about that, October the 1st, Saturday Happenings. So fun because on Saturdays I like to go over the videos that I did last week and talk about the things that are coming up next week. And you see how sunny it is? I couldn't do my Saturday Happenings over on the picnic table like I usually do because it is hot in the sun. So I had to open the door in my greenhouse because it was so hot in there. And that's going to make for good tomatoes though, I think. Pretty excited about that. And I'm going to do some cool stuff with tomatoes. I'm doing a little bit of looking into that. But let's talk about what happened last week. So on the 26th, Spamtember, the last week of Spamtember, and it was so cool. So many really, really good recipes. And that was a fun one. I liked to do, I love collaborations. You know that. So if there's a collaboration out there and you want someone to do it, I'm your girl, because I love doing collaborations. And then I got my Simply Earth, which, I had it for almost 2 weeks before I even opened the box. But there's really good oils in there, really good projects this week. And I did a couple of them on Friday. I did the Beautyrest weighted eye pillow. That is so nice. And if you got like a sinus thing going on, which I had when we went camping, I started getting the worst allergies. I had the worst allergies, but pretty clear now, so that's good. But that weighted eye pillow is awesome. I want to show you guys. See, check this out. Our deck is like on the second level, so that down there, see our road? So I'm clear up here on the second level of our house because it's like a daylight basement and we've got a deck that goes all the way around, so I'm on the shaded side today. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I had wicked bad allergies, and this weighted eye pillow is so good to put in the microwave and put it on your eyes, kind of across your nose, kind of warm it up. So nice. And the Sleepy Bug chest rub, and I put some in little tiny tubes, and I like that because when I'm feeling stuffy but I don't want it on my chest, I can just put it right below my nose and breathe it kind of clears. It's really nice. So I did that. I did the DIY coffee creamer, and that was yummy. And a lot of people said they're going to mess around and try different flavors, which I think is a great idea. Ooh, see that little dog? Chico, that's Chico. I know I've showed him before. We're babysitting Chico for 2.5 weeks while his mom and dad are in Greece. So there's Chico. Cheeky. He's a good little dog. Look at him. Anyway, he's a nice dog. And then, of course, on the 29th was the chicken gnocchi soup that is so good. And a lot of people were excited to get that recipe because it's a yummy one. But all of the recipes for Souptember were exciting because they're all delicious. And, I just want to have a whole book. I need to go back because I missed a couple. So I need to go back and I need to print those off so I can make like a soup cookbook. I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to do that. So that was last week, but I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So I didn't do any more videos last week. But this coming week, I'm pretty excited about. I've actually done several videos that I uploaded in advance. So they're there and ready to go. So today, the 1st, we're doing the Saturday Happenings. Of course, let's get off on a good track there. And then Monday, I did preserved lemons. I know I've talked about that a couple of times, and I'm excited that I'm doing some lemons because they are so good to use in different kinds of cooking, and I plan to use those in the future. But for right now, they're just doing their thing. So I'm going to give them a couple weeks before I kind of venture in there and see how they're doing. But I will pull those into some recipes. My favorite thing, honestly, to do with preserved lemons is just to cut little pieces and put in rice, especially jasmine rice. It just gives it this really good flavor. So we'll try that. Shelf-stable fruit salad. That's coming up. Shelf-stable recipe is the first Tuesday of every month. So I've got shelf-stable recipe. That's a great collaboration. It's just ongoing. And the first Tuesday of every month, there's a whole bunch of us in there. And you can click on the links and go to each YouTube channel and print those off and create yourself a shelf-stable cookbook. And there's even links for a cover for your book. It's genius. So that's good. And then I was showed a little bit of some of the projects my mom had that I now have to finish. So there's a little video on that. And then for Friday, there's going to be a couple of more videos with the recipes from the Essential Oils box. But one of the things I've talked about doing but I'm going to do today, so I'll probably get that up this week or next. I want to talk about pantry pests because I have a great guide here, and I want to talk about how you can prevent getting pests in your pantry that could potentially destroy or ruin some of your food, and you don't want that in a good long-term storage pantry. So there's that. But what I'm going to do immediately when I'm done with this, last night I prepped all of my vegetables, and I've talked about doing some fermented vegetables, carrots and things like that, and I got them ready. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go in, and boy, you got a lot of traffic on the road today. Whew, busy day on our road. There goes somebody. Anyway, so I'm going to do, I've got vegetables, I've got some cauliflower, carrots, jalapenos. I'm going to do like a hot with some red pepper flakes, like a hot vegetables, preserved vegetables, fermented. And then I've also got some carrots already cut in the jars, ready to go. Put the brine on. That's something you got to learn about, which I'm very interested, so I'll tell you about that in a second. But I got carrots. One of them I'm going to do just carrot sticks fermented, and one I'm going to do some carrots with ginger. So I think those will be good. And then let me see, still working on my sourdough. I've made some bread. Yesterday I had this beautiful loaf. It looked so good. I'm not going to post the recipe though, because when I cut into it, it was just really dense. It wasn't like all bubbly, and I'm trying to achieve that perfect bubbly kind of sourdough. So I'm working on that. And there will be the taste test for the cidered eggs. Just saying. Taste test for the cidered eggs video. I will put that up also, so those are coming. And I want to tell you, so I'm doing the fermenting, and there's a whole deal about the percentage of salt in your brine. And I've got a couple of good books. I know that Anna over at the Fermented Homestead gave some great books out for sourdough. That's a fermentation thing, and that's super cool. But I've got a couple of these really good books that I've been using, and I like this one. Has just a basic brine. So it's kind of like you don't have to figure it out. So they've got a basic brine, and each of the recipes will call for a specific brine, and they tell you how to make both of them there. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to use these books. I also printed off a guide to tell you how much salt to water to make different percentages of brine, and what vegetables will use those percentages. So that's kind of handy. But that's something, because you don't want to have, if you have too little salt, bad bacteria can grow. If you have too much salt, it will kind of kill the good bacteria. So you got to have kind of a happy medium there. So that's what I'm learning about. But my sourdough actually looks great in the jar. She's still going. Dodie's still there. But I'm just having some challenges making the perfect loaf. It looks perfect, but when I cut into it, it's too dense. So I need to get past that. And I'm bound and determined to do it. So that's it. That's me. That's what's happening. And I need to get inside and do some fermenting vegetables. Woo! And some pantry pests. So there you have it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.